Isshiki was standing in the yard when Kobe entered the area for the first time. Kobe was startled to see Isshiki there, maintaining his composure as he looked at the commanding marine building in the distance. The untimely death of Helmeppo at the hands of Isshiki had caused delays for Kobe and Luffy in getting to the marine base. The town was in complete chaos as a result of this unexpected event, and everyone was unsure of what would happen next. As they considered the possible responses Captain Morgan might have after learning the tragic outcome of his beloved son, the suspense increased. They eventually made it to the marine base, where they were met by complete chaos. Kobe set out to rescue Zoro from captivity while Luffy, eager to help Zoro as he considered him as his crew member, set out to find Zoro's treasured sword. Kobe was compelled to stop the unjust death of an honorable person like Zoro, especially at the hands of the very Marines whom he had always held in high regard as the pinnacle of righteousness, despite still harboring a lingering fear of Ishiki's formidable presence. Zoro took a moment to speak as Kobe worked carefully to free him from his bonds. He asked with a hint of curiosity, "Do you have any idea who that man is?" Kobe answered,
"No."
His voice a mixture of trepidation and resolve. "All I saw was his ruthless slaughter of a number of Marines and the person who had you taken prisoner. In the very same restaurant where you were taken captive, this all happened in front of my very eyes." Isshiki was confidently positioned in front of Captain Morgan when he finally arrived with the Marine soldiers, highlighting their glaring height differences. Isshiki was only 6 feet 0 inches tall, while Captain Morgan towered over him at an impressive 9 feet 4 inches. Captain Morgan said, looking down at Isshiki, "So, you're the one responsible for the commotion in my marine base." Despite being a man of few words, Isshiki couldn't help but feel a distinct air of haughtiness emanating from himself. It might have been an unintended result of incorporating Otsutsuki Isshiki's template. Captain Morgan was forced to kneel in submission when Isshiki directed his power at him with a single flick of his finger, causing chakra rods to ruthlessly impale both of Morgan's knees. Isshiki said, "I detest being spoken to as if I am beneath someone, especially by a weakling such as yourself." Finally, Captain Morgan caught a glimpse of Ishiki's cold, emotionless gaze. He muttered, "Devil fruit power," as he became aware of Ishiki's full range of abilities. Isshiki was aware that in the eyes of people in the future, his abilities would be mistakenly attributed to the mystic powers bestowed by a devil fruit, so he saw no need to explain himself. Isshiki asked Morgan, "Do you have any impression of which marine branch was tasked with safeguarding the Celestial Dragon's ship?" While keeping an unwavering gaze on him. When Morgan heard Ishiki's words, his expression revealed his confusion, which caused Isshiki to realize this. He said with disdain in his voice, "Ah, it appears you are entirely unaware that the Celestial Dragons were in the East Blue." Isshiki said, "Since you're completely useless to me, you might as well go and join your son in the depths of hell." A sharp rod pierced Captain Morgan's head, which was quickly followed by another impaling his heart, putting an end to his resistance to submission for good with a finality that left no room for negotiation. Additionally, the Marines in attendance witnessed their captain's passing in front of them. They hadn't anticipated it, given how strong Morgan really was. In addition to killing a Marine commander, he also killed a great number of our fellow soldiers. We cannot let him go unpunished because it appears that he is a violent pirate. Commander Ripper stated. "Take your places," Commander Ripper commanded. The soldiers set up after getting the orders, preparing to fire Isshiki until he looked like a hedgehog. "Fire!" was issued by Commander Ripper once everyone had taken position. The soldiers started firing as soon as Commander Ripper's voice reverberated, as though they didn't need any money. Isshiki, on the other hand, used Earth Release, Earth-style wall, effortlessly building a substantial wall without the need for any elaborate hand gestures. He did nothing but stand there and build a massive wall of earth. Ripper yelled, "Stop!" as the bullet struck the earthen wall nonstop without doing any actual damage. When Ripper gave the command to stop firing, everyone did so. The earth barriers disappeared with a simple hand wave from Isshiki. He then moved to approach Ripper and the other Marines, declaring, Compare me not with those pirates. I view myself as a marine hunter. Maybe you think that everybody who murders a marine is a pirate, but I consider myself a marine hunter." Isshiki lifted his hand and addressed the marine men, saying, "You have fired as many shots as you want. Let's test your ability to endure the onslaught of my chakra rods now." As soon as Ishiki's voice faded, a large number of black rods began to fly towards the direction of the soldiers at breakneck speeds.